Mississippi State when we were ahead at halftime. But the first drive was really the best drive we had in the second half. When we got the ball and we got the kickoff, we went down the field. And didn't finish the drive. So, and again, just didn't execute the way we needed to execute. You know, from the third down penalty, Jalen Key, we had like 1 or 2 penalties up until that point. We got multiple penalties after that. We got pass interference on third down, which would have got us off the field again, and then had to kick a field goal. So, and we had multiple penalties on offense, which put us behind the 8 ball. So, you know, we just got to teach and learn from all these things and hopefully realize what it takes, not only in the game, but in the week of preparation leading up to the game, so that you can go out there and play the way you need to play against really good competition. You know, I got a lot of respect for Arkansas's team. I mean, LSU beat them by 3 points, Ole Miss beat them by a touchdown, all on the road. All right, so this is not the kind of team that you all think they are. They're a good team, and that quarterback is a handful. I mean, you know, when a quarterback can take a major college football player and sling him off like a gnat on a fly's ass, I mean, a fly on a gnat on a cow's ass, I mean, that was one of the most impressive plays I've ever seen a player make. And, you know, but we said one guy gets a guy, you know, you got to hold on, you got to hang on, and we got to clean him up. We didn't clean him up. We made a couple of mental errors on defense in some of those drives that let them get back in the game too. You know, we run a stunt the wrong way. Quarterback, you know, runs for 25 yards on a big play when it was second long. So, but we learn from all these things.
Jeff Spiegel.
Nick, there seemed to be like some indications from your Wednesday news conference that maybe you weren't happy with the way the team was practicing. Did that bear out in the second half today? And is it good to learn a lesson like this when you get a win?
I hope so. You know, I use you guys to send a message to the team, so if that's the message you got, I hope they got it on Wednesday. That makes sense?
Nick Kelly.
So it wasn't like I was just trying to lie to you all. I don't really lie. I try to be an honest person, tell you like it is. Don't always tell you everything you want to know, but sometimes.
Nick Kelly. Questions? Who else?
Sometimes the pass protection was there in terms of giving Jalen the time he needed for those deep balls. Sometimes it wasn't. What do you think it needs to take for it to get more consistent overall?
Well, we make some mental errors. We don't fan the first sack of the game. We fan it to the left tackle doesn't fan, guy runs in there unblocked, sacks the quarterback. A couple times a day we got beat physically. I mean, their rusher just beat our guy. And, you know, but we have to handle pressure better. I mean, we have to be able to handle pressure and stunts better. I mean, this was a big boundary pressure team. It's exactly what they did when 28 sacked the quarterback the first play of the game. It's something we practiced a lot, get in the game, and with experience, I think our guys will learn from every one of these things and hopefully be able to get it corrected.
Nick.
Will Riker set the SEC points record today. What has he meant to this team, and what does it mean for him to come back and achieve these goals this year?
Well, I'm extremely happy for Will. Honestly, I don't really keep up with those types of things, but really happy for him. You know, he has been probably as good a player at his position, even though he's a specialist, as anybody that we've ever had here. And he's even a better person. And, you know, I think that he wanted to come back and try to improve, you know, his kickoffs so that he would have a better chance to be successful in the NFL. And I think this is one of the good things that name, image, and likeness brings to players, that a guy didn't have to be poor and not be able to earn money. And be able to come back and do that as a college player as opposed to, you know, going to the draft, being a free agent possibly, not making the team, and then you're out. So that's one of the very good things, I think, about name, image, and likeness, and players having opportunities to have a better quality of life while they're in college, because they can stay and enhance their career when they need to. And Will was smart enough to understand that that was something that could benefit him in his future.
A couple more, so we're trying
Coach, do you have an update on C.J. Dupree and Trez Marshall?
You know, I don't think they're bad hurt. One guy's got a pulled muscle, the other guy's got bruised ribs. So I can't tell you the extent of the injuries. I don't even think we know that yet.
We'll finish up with Joe.
Coach, with Malachi not playing today, how did you think that Terrion Arnold and Caleb Downs played the star position, and specifically, how do you think the communication went on the back end without Malachi Moore?
Yeah, well, Malachi is a huge asset for us because he's the most experienced player in the interior to make calls and make adjustments. And I do think the guys played, better having a week of preparation than what we did, a week ago. It was tough when he went out because everybody hadn't practiced enough at those positions to do the things we needed to do. But I thought both guys did a pretty good job today. We actually played Caleb when they were in what we call silver people, which is 12 personnel, 2 tights and 2 wides. We played Caleb at star, a little bigger guy, a little more physical against the runs. And when we played against 3 wideouts or more, we played nickel where Terrion was, the star. So, and I think Christian Story stepped up and did a pretty good job out there. Number 9 did a pretty good job. Trey did a pretty good job for us. So those guys were able to take advantage of their opportunities. We're hopeful. Malachi actually even went out and warmed up today. We weren't going to play him in the game, but he's getting close, so hopefully he'll continue to make progress.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. And hey, it was great. The crowd showed at the end of the game was really helpful to the team. It affected them a little bit. We got a big sack that got us the ball back, and then we were able to take the air out of it. So appreciate the crowd. Thanks.